go on enter. Okay, so next after this, we have next point called, these all are you are just seeing single dimensional array, where only you have stored the value. Now suppose Bangalore is the element, and Bangalore we wanted to represent to the user Bangalore is available under which state? What is the population of Bangalore? Right? So what will happen? Many other things we have to do. This will not help. Bangalore will represent only Bangalore. But we want to represent along with Bangalore some other property, some other attribute. Okay. So before going to the array of object, first we understand what is the object. And after that, once you combine multiple objects together, automatically it will become array of object. Okay. Next file we can create. Array 6. Okay, inside array 6, first write like this. A variable, let's keep call user equal to, you will open this curly bracket, open and close. After that, inside this curly bracket, you have to pass two things. The first will be called as a property, or you can call it a object, attribute also. Like suppose we can write here call first as a property, as second as a value. Second as a value. Again, you can write one more property, and for that you can write some value. Again, you can write one more property, and for that you can write some value. Again, you write one more property. Okay. Now after this, user becomes a object. User becomes a object, and inside this object, there will be attribute and value, or you can say property and value both. So this name, what you can see, once I move my mouse, what is saying? Property. Okay, but we can call it attribute also. Property, attribute, both represent the same thing. Right side you have the value. Before colon is the property. After colon we have called it a value. And combination of one or multiple property and value, if you pass inside a variable using the flower bracket, curly bracket, it will become as a object. Okay. Now first, if your data is available inside the object, then what you can do, how you can access it? You can write like this, console.log. You have to first refer to your object. That's called a user. And inside the user, once you press the dot, automatically it will show you a remaining list of property. What you want to access of that. Name, right? It will print like this. Console.log user.mobile console.log user.city. Similar way, console.log user.age. User.age. Now you run this file, you will find all the details of user will get printed. Right? All the details is printing. But this is for one user. Okay, this is for one user. Now what we'll do? You will take multiple user details, that meaning multiple object, and you will keep in one variable. How will keep? You will keep like this. So we got idea what is the object. Inside the object, we will have two content. One is called property, another one is called value. It can be one, it can be multiple, n number of. Now, when you will get the data from the backend, when the data come from the backend, data will come in this format only. Object always. Okay. Also use some live URL from internet. Now suppose there is one website, we will implement this in the future. I went here, they are given some open URL, anyone can access, implement. I click on the user. Look at this. When anyone will call this URL, they will get the data in this format. It is pure JSON. Pure JSON. But now this JSON, once you convert into array, so what will happen? We have a function in JavaScript that will help you to convert from JSON to array. Because on this, you cannot run the for loop. It is in the form of JSON. Array only, but it is behavior it like a string. So you can call it a JSON. Once you convert into array, then what will happen? It will not be an array. It will become an array of object. You can see one curly bracket start here, and this curly bracket is ending here. Here. Okay. So that is user ID. You can see property, value, name, something. Coming to inside, if you see address, can you see? Address is not a simple property. It is in the form of array, right? Can you see here? And inside the again address, you can see there is another property that is also like the object. So when the data come from the backend to front end, it come like a mix up of many things, but it will follow some format. Once you convert from that JSON to array, it will convert into proper object. Now that object, you need to know how to play with the object. If you understand how to play with the object, then any kind of data you can handle and you can manipulate and display.
Here we didn't mention double quotes.
Where?
For the name. Well.
Because this is in the form of JSON. This is in the form of JSON. Ours is not in the form of JSON. Ours is in the form of array. Array of object. It is the single as of now. So you can put double quote also. You can put without double. The key what you have in the left hand side, there is a two concept for that. Your key can be in double quote or your key can without double quote. Okay, key can be in double quote or key cannot be in double quote. If your key is not inside the double quote, then it will not consider as a JSON. It will be called as a object. But when your key will convert into double quote, then it will become as a JSON. Okay, so this what we have as of now. When you want to send this data, like suppose you have a form, inside user will enter the name, user will enter the mobile number, user will select the city, user will enter the age, and then you will click on button, submit button. You need to collect all the value and create an object like this. This object now you will send to the server. Server will say, sorry, I cannot receive your data because your data is coming in the form of object. Same data you convert into JSON. So once you apply the function from JavaScript, JSON.stringify, the same object will convert into JSON. At that time, what will happen? Your property will convert into double quote. Yes, property will come in double quote and value based depend. If the value is a number, then it will be without double quote. Value is a a string, then automatically it will convert into double quote. True, false will be the Boolean value. It will be without. Okay. So as of now, what we have, it is the not as a JSON, it is just as a object. Okay. Now when we convert into JSON, then same object will look like as a JSON, and the property will come in double quote, and after that the value based again depend on type of data. Come down. Now this is one user details. If you have multiple user details, then how you'll manage? Let's come right. Create next variable user list equal to user list equal to, now you open the square bracket and close it. Okay. So this represents as a array. Inside this, we are going to pass multiple objects. When you pass multiple objects, right? You in the previous example you saw, when we are storing one value, then it's become as a variable. But when we store multiple value, become as an array, right? Now in this, what happened? One object, then you can call it an object. But when you keep multiple objects, become as an array of object. Right here, something like this. Okay. Same property we can add here also, like name, something, Ganesh, mobile, some number, city, any city, age, 20 years, 30 years, anything. Okay. Now come down, put a comma, copy the same object, paste again twice, thrice, and change the values. Okay, just keep like this. Some any value you can change your wish. Just remember the proper pattern should be there. Any value is fine. Operative. Now see, if you use the map function now, what will happen? If you run the map function for this, what will happen? Map will read first user, second user, third user, and fourth user. Every time map function will return one object where it will hold the complete user details. Okay, how it will be come down. This all playing with the array and all, we will be repeating again in HTML. Once we combine with HTML, then data binding topic will guide us again how you can communicate from HTML to JavaScript, right? For single dimensional, to multi-dimensional, for array of object. Okay. Right again. What is array? Array name is called user list. User list dot map. Okay. Inside that, you can write just call my user and comma index. At arrow method will be okay here. At arrow. Write it. After writing, we will move the mouse on my user object and we'll see what is going to come under the my user object. Okay, see now. When you move your mouse on my user, in my user, what is my user declare, but not okay, no problem at all. Now, when I move mouse here, okay. So it says like under the user list, there is a multiple object and that is holding like this. Now, what will be the structure of my user? I should write here in the comment. Like this, I'll go and I'll copy one from here and I will keep here and I will assign this one to my user. Something like this. So when the map function will start, oh, M I have written capital because of that error. Okay. So when the map function will start reading the data from your array user list, what will happen at first call? It will get the details of first user and it will transfer into the variable called my user. So now look below, what will be the structure of my user? My user, what is going to hold? Complete the data in the form of object, where you can get the name, mobile, city, and age. So you will be printing my user dot name, my user dot mobile, my user dot city, my user dot age. Okay. Second loop, my hash details will go to the my user. Third loop, again, Alex details will go to the my user. Fourth loop, Raj details will go to the my user. Correct? Once it will reach to the end of the element, then the loop will get terminated. That's all. So here map function, what is returning? In the single dimensional array, when you have written, it was returning an element. But at this place, it is not returning an element. It's returning as an object completely. Element only, but element is in the form of object. Okay. It may be that a user has multiple mobile number. Mobile number may be in the form of array, single dimensional array, correct? Maybe a user belong to multiple city. The city can be in the form of array, correct? So those all are the next to next example. Now write inside echo, no, sorry, not echo, console.log, console.log, my user dot name. Same line if you want, you can print all my user dot mobile. Next, my user dot city. Next, my user dot age. Let's check now. Okay, after every user, you can print here index to keep in the beginning, index dot, index comma. You can keep a comma again and put here call maybe hash or separator, some kind of separator. Right? After every user, you can do a console.log, one kind of line, empty line, dash, dash, dash. Okay. Now you can run it and see once how it's done. Okay, so home working, you can print it. Node space, array 6. This is first user details. Now this is coming from your array of object. Then let me know if your page is working fine. Then create the next file, array7.js, array7.js, array7.js. Write again inside, call it item, where item. You can write like this, name of the item, not category first. Category, something, books, and product as array. Category as a book. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we added so many. Okay, no problem. Let's put the category name. Laptop. Here call mobile. Here call What is something food item? Some category name we want.
Yeah.
Food what we added, keep mouse. Let's add one more call. Something jobs. Next, after this, under each category, we have some product. So you will print first list of category, use. What is that? Item.map. Next is the right call, item info, then index. Next, after that, console.log. First print the index, then print the dot, then print the item info dot category. In this, you are going to learn the nested array. Nested array with the nested loop, nested map function. Check now. All the category name should print.
Object also start with zero index.
Object also, it's a start from zero only. This is all you are talking.
Yes, sir.
All start from zero. This is array only, no array. Inside the array, we can call it is an element. First element, second element, third element. But it is holding the property and value. So you are calling as a object. Okay. But inside, what this all called? If you have one object, then there is no any kind of matter of array. But when you have multiple objects, then only you have created an array, right? So this becomes a word is called the array of object. Array of multiple object we have, and when you put one place, becomes an array. Then concept of array will apply. First element on 0 position, last element on length minus 1 position. Now we can see here. Node space. Node space. Notice that array. It is printing all the category name. Now go under each category, add one or two product. HTML you add here, and one more you add called CSS. Now come to the laptop. It called Dell. It called XR. It called HP. When you come to the mobile, keep call something. Nokia. Keep one more product on. Samsung. When you come to the food, write call something milk. Right, something. Next one we come to the mouse, keep from the del and keep from index. When you come to the job or full stack, or UI developer, something. Okay, rotate data. Now come down. Right here another map function. Another map function will run for the product array. So it will be like this. Item info dot product. Item info dot product dot map. So product map function you are running for the product. Which product? Individual product. Okay. So from this array one by one, individual category details will go to the item info. Their category will come as well as product will come. Category we printed here, but when we go to the product, we found this array. Somewhere 2, somewhere 3, somewhere 1. So difficult to manage. So you are printing here called p name now, comma index 2. P name index 2. P name comma index 2. So product is now just not a multi-dimensional array here you can see. So you can write here now console dot log slash tl keep here slash t comma index 2 again comma dot again comma p name. So it will display under which each category how many products you have. After the printing the list of the product, one console.log is required as a complete as dash line. Able to print? Is something like this. CLS. Oh. User space is coming under the book category. HTML, CSS. Under the laptop 3, mobile 2, food 3, mouse 3, job 2. This happened like this. This all data now should come in the browser. Okay, this all data should come in the browser. Right, to bring this all the data in the browser, we have to look into now. Once this data will come in the browser, we will learn how we can add a new category here and how we can add the new product, how we can modify the product, or here which array you saw in the previous, how to add the new object. Okay, how to do the add, list, delete everything. So for that, data binding is required. Next point will be data binding. Check now, printing. The reference error will be something related to product, a smaller capital. Here what you are printing? That will be the problem of lowercase uppercase. Check once. Okay, next after this, let me look into that file, the text file what we have. Set. We will do one function view nested array. Okay, so after that we will enter here under the data binding, but that will do from tomorrow. 10-15 minutes, this will not cover much. So this all are for one day task, event plus this much. Event, keyboard, mouse related, what you can do, what are the difference between events. Okay, so those are one day. From here onwards, this all will take many days. This area will take some days. This part will take many time. Okay.